Is shit. Why are you bringing that filth here to our country? You don't belong here. You should be deported. Go back. Go back. Go back. Being born a person of color outside Australia is a permanent mark that is used to render me and people like me irrelevant and voiceless in white colonized countries. This rule doesn't apply to white politicians who were born overseas and migrated here, like Julia Gillard or Tony Abbott. Perhaps I should feel powerful in my ability to poke the proverbial bear without even trying. I don't. Plenty of people have extended a hand of support, and I am grateful for this. The reality, though, is that however well-meaning they are, they cannot understand the personal toll that such abuse takes on me, on my family, and on my staff. My daughter Aisha was 16 when I came into the public eye. Just a couple of years after that, on a Saturday night, we were walking along the bridge on the beautiful Brisbane River, enjoying the view and an increasingly rare moment of catching up. I casually tweeted some photos of this lovely scene with my daughter. A short time later, an anonymous Twitter user responded, at Mehreen Faruqi, at Greens, New South Wales, before your husband blows it up. Up until then, I had chosen to ignore the xenophobic messages sent my way, but this one really ate away at me. It felt so malicious and full of hate. I decided to expose it on my Facebook page. What followed was a seemingly endless stream of racist and offensive communications. I was told that white Australia was the real victim, not a whinging Muslim. People called my office to harass my staff. An image of my face was photoshopped onto a flag-waving Islamic State militant and then spread online. One person even created an online petition calling for evidence that I had renounced my Pakistani citizenship. My daughter was so burned by the experience that for years afterwards, she did not want to discuss politics or my work at all. Vicious insults and abuse hurt. So does the advice to stay silent in the face of such vitriol. Helpful advice, like they're just trolls, or just ignore them, rings hollow when it comes from people who haven't had to worry about their own safety or that of their family. Trolls are real people sending hate-filled messages to other real people who then have to live with the consequences. I've had days when I've wanted to crawl under the doona and never get out. Ever. It took me a while to understand that the horrid, hateful backlash pitched at me is about who I am and not necessarily what I stand for. The loathing always boils down to my identity as a migrant Muslim woman. One of the first questions I fielded from the media after being elected to the New South Wales Parliament in 2013 was how I would reconcile my faith with the Greens Party's support for LGBTQI+ rights. It is a question rarely, if ever, asked of other MPs of faith, no matter where they sit on the political spectrum. Why do I support equal rights for LGBTQI+ people? I hold strong values of justice and compassion. Like every other person, these values are a product of my upbringing and the influence of my family, my friends, the people I've met, and the places I've been. I've held these views when I lived in Pakistan. They have only strengthened while I've been in Australia. I understand the trials and tribulations of being a member of a marginalized minority community. I know what it feels like to face prejudice. It matters to me that people have the same rights and dignity regardless of their race, religion, ability, sex, sexuality, or gender identity. I'm often berated online by people who accuse me of taking my parliamentary oath on the Quran. This is incorrect. I did not. But even if it were true, so what? Countless MPs have sworn on the Bible, yet are free from the criticism I am subjected to. I chose not to make my parliamentary pledge of allegiance on the Quran because I firmly believe in the separation of state and religion. I'm committed to a secular system of governance.